ready to produce a dynamic project for you. Marshall Pharmaceutical Films.
The journey of breast cancer started back in March for me. I went into the bathroom and I looked down and I looked at my left breast and I said, strange, that doesn't look right. Dubin Center was an experience that I didn't expect, because I thought when you have breast cancer, you just become a number. 1 out of every 8 women have breast cancer. But when you're at the Dubin Center, you're not a statistic. You're not 1 of 8. You are theirs.
It's a really hard thing to put into words until you walk through the doors, but when you do walk through the doors, you feel it.
There's an element of love from the minute the patient walks in.
The Dubin Center gives women who are fighting breast cancer an extra strong fighting chance for a cure.
I realized pretty early on that I was in a very unique situation. I was a breast cancer survivor, I was the physician, and I was the philanthropist. I really think that helped me to see the vision and to implement the center.
This changes your life forever. And what Dubin does is they know that. They've set up their care center understanding that these patients are coming in traumatized. So how can we make their world a little bit easier?
I think of it as an oasis. The colors are very comforting and the pictures are beautiful and it has a serene setting. You've got enough internal chaos in your mind as far as the decisions that you're making, and to be just in a serene atmosphere, very helpful, very helpful.
It is a disease of a patient, and all of us come together in a multidisciplinary fashion to provide our input to develop a single plan which, taken together, provides a best care model for that individual patient.
It's a real attention to detail that was made when we built the center, when we designed the center. Our mammography, our 3D mammography, our ultrasound, our stereotactic biopsy, as well as our affiliated MRI are all centered on the patient.
We will guide you through this process, and you don't have to run across town to all these different doctors trying to figure out your treatment plan. A patient walks in, feels a lump, the surgeon will examine. If she feels that the biopsy or a mammogram or a sonogram is needed, she can just walk that patient right over to radiology, and it can be done within the next hour. You can even have your biopsy done the same day.
Making our patients feel like we care about each and every one of them, and that their wellness and well-being really weighs so heavily on our shoulders, and we take that as a huge source of inspiration and strength, and a huge driver to do better every day.
I had an oncologist for 8 years who I never could even get on the phone. I never could get into the room with me. For 8 years I don't think he would know me right now. I want to live in New York for the rest of my life so I can keep coming to the center. I can't imagine going anywhere else. It's just that good.
It's like being in a dark room and you're trying to just feel your way around to where the light switch is. That's what it feels like. From the diagnosis through the chemo, it's like, when is the light going to come on? At the Dubin Center, the light is never off.
I'm very proud that at the Dubin Center I was able to make a vision I had come to fruition.
We're all on the same journey called life. So everybody will have a moment when they either see or have to experience something that will change them. How will you react is the question, and how will you handle it? And I think I've handled it without having a script. I've handled it pretty well.
I am so thankful to everyone that has supported the Dubin Breast Center. We could never have done this without them. I'm certainly extremely blessed that my cancer was early stage, and I'm fine, and I'm hopefully helping other patients.
The Dubin Center will give people fighting breast cancer hope for a better future.
Marshall Pharmaceutical Films.